Hello everyone. For a day, we'll solve the 5 questions relating to commerce. So, first question we'll take now. The first question is span of management means option A good organization should consist of 5 departments. Option B, authority of each person must be clearly defined. Option C, each subordinate should have one superior. Option D, a manager supervises a limited number of executives. And the answer is a manager can supervise a limited number of executives. That is option D. Span of management means relating to certain group. One leader will be there. He will be going to supervise a limited number of executives so that the judgment of the individual judgment is made very easier in those kind of things. So that's why span of management means a manager can supervise a limited number of executives. And second question is, which of the following organization makes doing business report every year? Option A WTO, option B World Bank, option C United, option D IMF. And the answer is World Bank. World Bank will be going to prepare doing business report. What the report it is going to prepare, for that the name is doing business report. Question number third, that is, which one of the following statements is correct? Option A, if an asset is used by a company, it should be owned by the company. Option B, verification of liabilities means that the amounts of current and long-term liabilities shown in the balance sheet are correct. Option C, voting and verification means the same thing. It is not the duty of an auditor to confirm the physical existence and ownership of an asset. Among these 4 statements, which is correct? Find out. Among these 4 statements, the correct one is verification of liabilities means that the amounts of current and long-term liabilities shown in the balance sheet are correct. That is option B is correct, because the verification of liabilities will be going to record it, that is it may be current liability or it may be long-term liabilities which will be going to shown in the balance sheet. Okay, if so option A, why not it's right means if an asset is used by a company, it should be owned by the company. No, it can be taken on the basis of lease, or it can be taken on the basis of rent, or it can be managed somehow. We will for this period we will keep this your equipment, like that one agreement, based on that it may taken. Okay, and watching and verification both are different. Okay, in a verification scrutinize will be going to done, whereas in voting the entries will be going to passed. Okay, and it is not the duty of an auditor to confirm the physical existence and ownership of an asset, because auditor's responsibility is just to scrutinize the black and white papers, not to check whether it is physically existed or who is the owner of that particular asset. Those things are not required for the auditor to make an audit. Okay, only he requires the black and white papers. Based on that he will going to judge, and he or she will be going to judge, and based on that just they will give the report. Okay, and final matching will be going to done by the organization members itself. Okay, so that is why option B is the right among these 4 statements. Verification of liabilities means that the amounts of current and long term liabilities shown in the balance sheet are correct. Okay. Next we'll take up with the question number 4. Which of the following terms is normally not seen in the field of international relations? Option A, alluvial soil. Option B, exchange rate. Option C, OECD. Option D, free trade. And the answer is alluvial soil, because alluvial soil, it will be not going to traded in the international relations, exchange rate and OECD, that is oil, crude oils, those things, and free trade agreements. These are all going to traded in the international relations. But the alluvial soil means it is one of the most fertile soil, which is going to consist with a chemical free pesticides. If we are going to plough in those kind of soils, then we can reap the agricultural production very easier. So these kind of things will not be going to traded in the international relations, that is alluvial soil. And last question in this video is, consider the following statements. First statement is, premium on issue of shares is transferred to general reserve account. Option second, that is second statement is, for declaration of bonus shares out of general reserve, a resolution in the shareholders meeting is necessary. Which of the statements given above is correct? Option A, 1 only. Option B, 2 only. Option C, both 1 and 2. Option D, neither 1 nor 2. So here is the answer, that is 2 only. Why? Because premium on issue of shares is transferred to general reserve account. It is not true, because premium on issue of shares is going to treated as one of the asset. Okay, so that's why it will not be going to transfer to general reserve account. And second statement, why it is true means, for declaration of bonus shares out of general resolution, a resolution in the shareholders meeting is necessary, because this much of a reserve is there. In that, certain proportionate of bonus shares will be going to distributed among the equity shareholders, and they need to disclose in the shareholders meeting. So that is why the statement 2 is right. So these are the 5 questions for this day. Thank you.